You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too. There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named KotOR. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. The Sith woman, Elasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or 2 later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. I have no interest in going to prison. What do you want to know? Elasa used to rent. It doesn't take a genius. The Sith woman, Elasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or 2 later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. What do you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me? Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics, usually. I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself. Well, Elasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Well, one time, I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest. Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me. You again. Didn't I tell you people everything I knew? So why do you keep coming back to me? I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw KotOR in the hall by Elas's room, and Sunri running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty. Yes, well, I'll be right here. Not like they're letting me go anywhere else. No problem. Got it.
What are you doing in my room? I'm too tired to enter a discussion with you tonight. You can speak to me tomorrow at the Mercenary Enclave if you wish. Good. Leave me to my privacy.
Chiki kun selka, Jona mulira tong KotOR kimba no kun nek lorcha. KotOR kakinja nawabakaon, uf mala nibo KotOR jimata wipunage, KotOR rankaja tongchi abagja. KotOR tatiya baba Hassanshan, KotOR chubachi jopa kun wata. KotOR tong hit wanaji sarkat agi inko tune KotOR mulira chuna mulira tong KotOR kitpa nonku neksit abog KotOR yun tung chiwi ita pola un chikne mulira KotOR kon muli slimo pui wanga kun viskin KotOR kinpa nikcha lora kun KotOR chi ita kanki chana kilikon KotOR nibo jimata wipun nage tong abag sunsham u KotOR ninong KotOR tong hit wamaji sarkat ad inko tune tong kimba no kun nikset abog KotOR pichage borang turang KotOR wangki yuma batmalyaw no wish KotOR no una pangpa mulira kongking kun mulira slimo poi wanga kun makachisa KotOR tong abog sinshan KotOR ninong kili KotOR chiwaka aita kang kicha na selkat KotOR nibo mulira KotOR ni umsit KotOR siya KotOR pampa ki mulira kun king KotOR chachopa si chawa wish kun KotOR bagra shak konti cha yuman tong itselkat wamaji ko na KotOR ag inkotune KotOR no molira chuna mulira tongpa no kun no nek KotOR chachopa KotOR bagwa shank konti machid KotOR nada chawa yishun kun tong itwamaji human ak inkotune KotOR mulira KotOR chon mulira tong KotOR wanga kun bist tung abashun ni chunchi KotOR kimba mulira wanaji.
You, Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunri murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. The Sunri and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No. of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. KotOR is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, KotOR becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest KotOR and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our KotOR supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. A beautiful place, Ahto City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic. If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else? Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. No. You do what I want and maybe I can help you out. Until then, nothing. Don't think you can manipulate me, Jedi. The Republic Diplomatic Corps has to deal with the Sith all the time, so we're very resistant to mental influence. Your only real choice is to help me so I can help you. We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Faraxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. Good. It's a logical place to start. But you should also hear about the other options available to you. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. Good. It is a very intelligent and skilled individual who can crack the matrices of a Sith encryption system. But there is one last method you should know about in case all other options fail. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land. Then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first? Good choice. We've been working at that for a while, but it's been too difficult so far. Maybe you'll have better luck. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
I cannot render assistance.
Kakinja nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa ish. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi uko tune chunamuri ra. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. None. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua pe. Kakinja nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muri ras nimo. Chua penti. Yun patisa. Ichuba jikut. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi uko tune chunamuri. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. None. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. None. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi uko tune chunamuri ra. Tong hitwama jikona. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira snimo. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. None. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku chitanai. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. None. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muri ras nimo poiwanga. Tong hitwama ji. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong panokun. None. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku chitanai. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tuyami jusku. Tong hitwama aki uko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki uko tune. Tong Pano Kun, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma, Kuyami. Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chulamuri. Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Pano Kun, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune. Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Tupornibo, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Panok Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki. Topa Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chulamuri Ra, Tong Hitwama Chiko. Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Padoku. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Panokun, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Panokun. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Topa na Op, Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Panokun. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku, Tong Hitwama Aki Inko Tune, Kotong Hitwama Ji Aki Inko Tune, Tong Panokun.
Greetings, Master Jedi. I hope you have a pleasant stay.
I can't talk now. I've got to get this Kolto loaded up before my shift is over.
Chopa Chawa Wisyun Kun, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha. Kiska Nichu, Kinba Muli Radwanaji, Kinba Noku Nixet Abog. Da Huba Botenia do Gigi Piti, Chas Kronki do Patslimo, Kino Molirani Bubo, Kiska Nichu, Kinba Muli Radwanaji, Kinba Noku Nixet Abog. Da Huba Botenia do Gigi Piti, Chas Kronki do Patslimo, Kino Molirani Bubo. Da Huba Botenia do Gigi Piti, Chas Kronki do Patslimo, Kino Molirani. Da Huba Botenia do Gigi Piti, Chas Kronki do Patslimo, Kino Molirani Bubo, Tonkinba.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions. Hey, great! You slice the encryption on those cards. They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all. Can I help you with anything? That recording? I have no idea what it is. It's probably classified, and I don't have clearance for that sort of thing. It might be something one of our intelligence agents picked up. Can I help you with anything else? Okay, sure. Come back if you need anything.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any...
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet. We're not sure exactly. If you can convince him to talk, we should be able to find that all out. The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now? While the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from forced persuasion, we have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while. What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch. Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback. It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then? Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
What do you want? What companion?
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine. Nothing you could do to us would make us talk. We Sith are stronger than you give us credit for.
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
He wouldn't talk. Or has he already? No. Or... You're not. You... lies. You work for the Republic. Ha! Worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
No, never.
Damn, he blanked out.
Tila? How did you find out about her? No, please don't hurt her. Please! Yes, it could be so much easier. All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured. Good job in getting the passcode out of him. I was sure he couldn't be broken.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps.
Yeah, what do you want? This thing, is there some... The thing, but the boat you have...
Got something on your mind, do you? No, I never did I? Elusive? Me, elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on. You live in an overgrown stump with a tax beating down your door, and you tell me how happy you would be. I was pleased just to have visitors. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters and the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? There. Now, was that so hard? An old man has to be allowed some petty eccentricities. Nice to see you agree for once. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued. Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off. as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick. Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can be all bad. Nomi, Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day. Oh, stop being such a baby. Are you always so quick to turn aside an ally? Got too many of them, do you? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
How may I be of What is... Of course.
Got something on your mind, dude? Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older. Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you? I might be, but a mouthy young thing like yourself shouldn't get to call me an old coot, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history, probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact. Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career. Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor, all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade. Why not? There were millions of people crying out for aid. What else was I supposed to do? Don't be stupid. Are you doing nothing? If nothing's not good enough for you, there's no reason it should have been good enough for me back then either. Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use. Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember. As I recall, I'm not the only person in this conversation who's been shot down out of the sky recently. Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day well, that was the day I met my wife. It's all right. When you're digging through the trash, you shouldn't be surprised when you encounter something unpleasant. If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
How may I be?
Thank you for exacting my revenge on those Mandalorian beasts. If only I could have been the one to tear out Sharuk's heart.
Yeah, what do you want? This thing with Joggy, from what we but you
Statement. Affirmative. Now close the laptop.
Got something on your mind, dude? I don't want to talk about that. Maybe, but I doubt it. I'm made stubborn that way. Got something I don't. Now that's a unique method of getting someone to talk. Thunder about like a bantha in a circuit shop. Does that work for you often? Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you'll never want to be reminded of them again, ever. You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten. You say that now, but I'm talking to you from across the breadth of many years' experience. That is a gap I simply can't cross for you. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation. Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life, perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true. And why not? All this nonsense about avoiding love is so much foo-foo. I shouldn't be the only one who realizes that. Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi. Nope, never was. Technically, I never rose above the rank of Padawan for various reasons. Does that surprise you? No, I didn't. I may never have become a Jedi technically, but I'm an old Padawan with a lifetime of experience. That applies both to the Force as well as topics like love. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you. I suppose it could. It would take a strong person to make that kind of commitment, I think. Someone with a great sense of self. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it.
How may I be?
Got something on your mind, dude? Who said I left the Jedi? Don't get so uppity, damn it. The point I was trying to make, if you decide to actually listen, is that I never left the Order. The Order left me. Oh, is it? There are moments when I think you must be much older than you seem, but this isn't one of them. You know what I hate? Well, lots of things really, but I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice. I guess you aren't as stupid as you sometimes act. No doubt you've been on the receiving end of Jedi justice at least once, eh? And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility. But but it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong. That's true, but it's not what I meant. I guess I'm not being clear, am I? Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll try to explain. I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew. Hortath, I think. Or was it Hortoth? I could never get it straight. Where was I then? Oh yes, Master Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment. Some used to counsel him and urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you. But he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on. The other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man. I'm not finished yet. Now shush! So, one day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally, and he asks if Master Hortath is sure, and of course Master Hortath says that he is. The Padawan suggests that perhaps he should ask someone else, but the proud Hortath now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever. It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway, though whether that was out of respect for Hortath or because the boy went on to something else, well, we'll never know. No, both of them were from before my time. Well before the Sith Wars, even. The tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me, remember? Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run.
Hey there. Sorry.
We've got all the proper KotOR training permits.
Ucua penki, tong ituama ji human act in inkatune. Tong ituama act inkotune. Potong ituama ji act inkot chiwak aita kang kicha na kupornibo. Kun muri ras nimo poiwanga chiwak aita kang kicha na kupornibo. Chiwi aita ka tong kicha. Agi inkotune kuna muri. Chiwa aita kang kicha na kupornibo. Kun muli ras nimo poiwanga. Diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, uyami juzku chitanai, tong hidwama ak inko une. Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami. Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami. Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune. Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune. Chiwa Aita Ka Kicha na Jupornibo, Kun Mulira. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku, Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune. Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu. Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune, Chunamuli Ra, Tong Itwam. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jus Chiwa Aita Ka Kicha na Jupornibo, Kun Muliras Nimo, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Agi Kotune, Chunamuli Ra, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune, Chiwa Aita Ka Kicha na, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune, Ki Nuli Ra, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune, Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Ki Nuli Ra. Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku, Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Tong Panoku, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Tong Panokun, Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune, Chunamuli Ra, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Kotune, Chunamuli, Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu, Tong Panok Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami, Tong Hidwama Aki Kotune, Potong Wamaji Aki Kotu. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha.
Thank you.